So this message I want to send out to Tinubu and to all the Nigeria cabinet. This message I want to send and give on so that man they aware and man they awaken of the havoc, of the provocation, of the wave of anger where they come knock for one door. Before going deep, talking about the wave that will be for the African politician, before the wave of anger where we say youth want to jam on. Before I tell now, I want to tell Tinubu say whether Tinubu they are aware say Biafran soldiers for exile, they get the right to arrest Tinubu, they get the right to detain Tinubu. If maybe say one thing we say the Nigeria so-called federation, waiting they don't know. They don't say Biafrans, they are so very prepared. These people are so very prepared, but sometimes they act like they are not prepared. You see their behavior, you think that Biafrans, God show me them for heaven. These people are so very prepared. I know what was their error because they were so very prepared, but the lack of one thing, which is my secret, that makes me come to deliver. So I own that secret, and that's why I come for Biafran's sake. So, but in every other ramification, these people are so very prepared. So the message where they try to send Tinubu now. So maybe say Biafrans, one day they might decide to detain you in France or in the UK, in any foreign country that you travel to. They might decide to detain you because you are detaining your government under your leadership. A Biafran is being detained unjustly, and this is why we keep blaming that people, all these African leaders, they don't know the meaning of presidency. They don't know the meaning of president, because if you know the meaning of to be a president, you might run out of that very post. You might not accept to be a president because you might bear a sin of another person. If you go carry another person load. Now they say Buhari don't die. Okay, Buhari, I don't know. I know that's not Buhari now. Arrest on the camp. Now Buhari not there again. You know, say Tinubu Figo is here carry with him. No. Tinubu Figo is here carry with him. No. Biafrans Figo put problem of like the anger of Buhari. The Figo put out Tinubu head. This is why we see many of all these African leaders now don't know the meaning of leadership. Now you go to stay for the position. Look at what happened in Nepal. Watch. Sometimes I watch what happened for Nepal. So I say it gets some people who say they just because they be relative to president, just because they be friends to governor or to president or to senator, all of them collect. Even if they never eat them, or they never benefit anything for the president or for the senator, just because they be a friend, they collect. So never one thing when I don't know. But my message now, what they want try advise Tinubu, you don't already go occupy that space. So do what is needful. Because one day Biafrans might decide to detain you. If not for France, the year say you come. Just imagine Biafrans all over the Europe, they just join force together, just come, they detain you. They'll detain you, you can't go back, you can't come, you can't go anywhere, they'll just detain you. They'll arrest you. Because they have their Biafra government in exile. So you leaving your country that you're supposed to stay in your country as a leader, you're traveling out of your country to other country. So that is an exile. So and you have people who are already having government in exile, so they have the right to detain you. If you don't free up their brother, if you don't free up their member, you know they can. If you don't free them, they will not free you. So this is one thing that Tinubu does not understand. So you keep traveling. So and I want, because Biafrans might decide one day to, because they have the right, they have everything, they have their government, they have their force, they have so one thing about the African leaders, Nigeria, most especially Nigeria, we not say Biafran soldier not only for Nigeria a day, not only for Biafra land a day. Not say Biafran soldier there all over the whole world. Anywhere Biafrans has their unit, they have their military, they have their force, they have all their armed forces. So this is where I love and also Biafra, they did very prepared. God show me them for heaven. They did very prepared. These people, they did very, very prepared. So my message to Tinubu now. So they say Buhari don't die. As now assume, because Buhari died for a long time ago. So as now assume, but someone is being detained under his custody. So are you being a leader who is occupying a space? You don't look up to do something now, to take action. I been now when you do the bear, do the carry load of what you don't know. Now you want to cut the adino, you want to cry the 10-minute cry. Because don't be surprised one day you will go and visit France and Biafrans will just assemble. Or you say you go to Finland, Biafra will just assemble there and detain you. You are not going back. They have the right. They have the right. Because they come from the same country that you claim to be their leader. They can come and detain you. They arrest you. Because someone is under arrest under your government. What is your speech? What are you saying over it? You keep silent. You look as if that person is a human. And we as Igbo, every human being is important. Every human counts. For Igbo, as far as an Igbo, in our own tradition, every human is important. Every human counts. So, una know who is being detained unlawfully, illegally, and the so-called president who is occupying a position that doesn't belong to him, is not saying nothing, and not knowing that the Biafran, they has the right to detain him if they catch him outside Nigeria. They has the right to detain Tinubu, to arrest Tinubu. Biafran government in Israel, they get their force, they get their military, they get their soldiers, they get their police, they can lawfully, they will do it lawfully. This is not something hidden. They will come lawfully, they'll show an ID card, show an everything. Biafra, look, they serve on paper. Look at why we are detaining you. Very soon you see Tinubu, you travel, or maybe all these senators, all these governors. Very soon, this is what Biafrans will be doing to you people. You'll be detaining because you are detaining Biafrans, you are arresting Biafrans, you are imprisoning Biafrans illegally in the land. So, and these people, they have their government in exile. That exile that you leave in your country to go to that country, that is an exile. So they have the right, has an authority, and lawfully they come to detain you people, just like you are detaining their people in their land. So this thing now, I tell you, we say, now the former politician for Nigeria, now don't say people when they play with, there is 50, they like almost 1,000,000% ahead of you people, 1,000,000% of ahead of you people. So time to choose wisely if you want to live in peace, so that everybody put together fight the enemies. But just like the enemies are still using the so-called African politicians who choose to remain in a very deep hole. In this modern time that all Africans are supposed to cooperate, and Fisher too is the enemy of African continent. Who are the enemies? How can we deal with these enemies? Then we'll see how politicians who are still daddling, who are still misbehaving, who are still out of key. We see how politicians who are still making the same irrelevant. The message you want to send on, when I watch it here for all these politicians for Nigeria, because most of them are going to buy us for India. African people free India anywhere when they go, because they don't lie, they go to just imagine many injustice. For old age, people go to say they don't become lawyer. Rotimi, one more they say na Rotimi. For old age, you say you go become lawyer. Dino Milai, for old age, you say you go become lawyer. For where those one for the happen? For where? If you not go university from the age of when you were 24, from 20 years to 30 years downward, or from 40 years, let me see, from 40 years. If you go school, like if you go obtain any master degree for 70 years, 80 years, it cannot be exactly with someone who started school from 20 years, acquire his university courses certificate, then you come for old age, because na don't loot citizens money, na can go carry always sponge for head, say now na don't become lawyer. So